Hi guys, happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. You know, the most amazing thing just happened to me a few minutes ago today, yeah. And I just thought to share. You know me now, and when God says I should share, what am I to say no? So it might be very random, but it's a message for someone. I don't know, it might be you, might be you, it might be you. All right, so usually Fridays is when they come to pick our bins, to carry out our bins. So you drag out the bins. A lot of people do it the night before. In my street people, Efiko people, they'll put it out the night before. Me, I'll bring it out usually first thing in the morning, right? And then they'll carry it and all of that. So for the past like 2 weeks, I've actually forgotten to bring it out. So I have two dustbins, big dustbins full. So there's no space for any other dustbin and all of that. So I forgot. I woke up this morning and I totally forgot I was supposed to bring out the bin and everything. So I was like, oh, I didn't even remember until I now heard the truck outside my window. And I was like, oh shit, I've already missed this week's one again. And there's no way. Because when I now looked out the window and I saw that the truck was already going down. So there was no way I could even bring it out and start running. I was like, oh my God, it has to be. And the way they do it like every other week. So I was like, oh my God, another 2 weeks before. Where will I put all the bins, as in the ones I use in the kitchen, and I have to put. I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. I said, okay, it's fine. And I continued my work. I continued working. And then, like, maybe 10 minutes later, I had another truck. And I looked outside. Another truck passed by again. And this time around, it hadn't even reached my house. Guess what your girl did? I just ran out. I just brought out the two dustbins and I put it there and I waited and they emptied them and then I brought them back in. And as I was going, the Holy Spirit was just letting me know that, a lot of us, sometimes in our lives, we feel like, oh, we've missed something. We've missed out on something great. We feel like every other person that has gone before us has achieved it because, yeah, all my neighbors had already arranged their dustbins since last night, safe. Do you understand? But I at like almost the last minute. In fact, the last minute, because by the time I was bringing out my own dustbins, of course nobody was on the street. And guess what? I brought out my dustbins. They emptied it right in front of me, and I was able to take them back in and not have to wait. If you look outside, I wish I could show you a picture. If you look outside, everybody's dustbins are still on the road. Like they are not around to take it in. Do you understand? But I was able to bring mine out, and then people unable to take it back in. And God was just telling me that so many times we feel like we've missed out on things in life. And we feel like, oh, we've lost it. We can never achieve it. And a miracle just happens. Because tell me why the truck came back a second time. Like, I don't understand it. Why did the truck come back a second time? And that is God for you. Even in the major and the minor, you need to trust Him in the major and the minor. This might just be like, oh, does be. What's she talking about? But honestly, it can also happen in the major things of our life. So you feel like, oh, you've lost out on something, you've missed out on something, and then God just randomly turns it around. So I just want to encourage someone. Even me, I'm encouraged right now. Like, God, please, God, I beg, like God, like so many things I'm trusting God for. And I know you're trusting God for so many things as well. Don't give up. This God that we serve, He's too faithful to fail. Case in point, another thing that happened yesterday. Funny enough, I wasn't going to share that yesterday when I was like, this one is just random. But with this dustbin, I decided to share it. Yesterday as well, I had to go change my glass, the lens of my glasses. I wanted to make it, is it photochromic or whatever? When you're in the sun, it goes dark, yeah? They call it reactions over here. And I'd actually, paid for it like 2 weeks ago, and they said, okay, I should come and collect it. So I was supposed to go there with my frames, and then they will now cut the lens into it, and I'll wait for like maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That's what they told me. Guess what happened? I got there, and they handed me a new pair of glasses. I was like, I don't understand. The lady said she doesn't know as well that I should just call it my lucky day. I was like, but I'm supposed to drop the old frames and they'll cut this new. She said, well, they brought the new frames with all the reaction, blah, blah, blah inside. And I was just walking. When I was just going back home, I was like, God, I was expecting to take my old stuff there and then they will now help me put in. But guess what happened? I got a new pair of glasses all over. So that's also another lesson that, look, let you just with God, anything can happen. I don't want this thing to be long, but because it just happened randomly. With God, anything can happen. Just trust God. Never ever give up on trusting God. I want to see if I can show you guys like from my window, if you can see the dust bins. Oh gosh, let me turn. Can you see? Everybody's dustbin is still on the road. Everybody's dustbins still on the road. God, trust God. Just keep trusting God, okay? Bye. Have a great weekend, folks.